Welcome to Optimum Forex Trading. Robina from Zim's Online Trading Journal. I trade ICT concepts, the free mentorship, focusing more on fair value gaps and learning about order blocks. I trade within the London morning session, my main pair being cable, which is Great British Pound versus the US dollar. Okay, for my disclaimer, please view everything you see here as entertainment and not any form of trading, investment, or financial advice. If you want to learn to trade the way I trade, then head on over to the Inner Circle Trader's YouTube channel, where he teaches algorithmic price action trading free of charge. He teaches you how to look at the market, how to measure your levels, how to chart, why price is doing what it's doing, and what to expect during what time frame. He does not show off his lifestyle, but rather he teaches how to trade. So it's important, if you want to learn or improve on your trading skills, please, please, please learn through the Inner Circle Trader. Also, I would like you to know that I will never DM you, and if you are approached by anybody who's using my information, please run away because they are trying to scam you. Any communities that I decide to form will be linked to this YouTube channel, so you're welcome to DM me if you need my help or to ask any questions. It will never happen the other way around. My email address is found on this channel, and any other communities that I will form, the links will be provided off my own channel. Please understand, guys, that I will never come to you. That's never going to happen. Okay, if you find my trading journey valuable to you, please subscribe, hit the like button and also the notification bell, so you are notified every time I post a new video. I appreciate you and I thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so now let's get into the video. Today is Saturday, 28 October 2023, just before 8 a.m. in Zimbabwe, where I am, and the market is closed for the weekend since I trade currency pairs. I'm here just to do my market review for next week's trading. Okay, so looking at Friday's price action. Where is my Friday? From here. Friday, this is midnight, this is New York open, and this is the end of Friday at 4 p.m. So we look at New York time and the close of the market. And just looking at this price action right here, you can tell that it was a very difficult Friday to trade, because a Friday price kept on bouncing up and down between the daily CB that we had marked and this H1 BC. This H1 BC is really proving a very difficult level to break through. So it is possible that price really wants to keep going up rather than go for the liquidity that is below. All right. So let me just maybe try to clean my chart, because we've got so many levels that we have traded through. And then I will remark them, and I will look at the higher time frame, and then we'll step down to the H1. I trade off the daily fair value gaps, and I wait for hourly fair value gaps to occur, and then these hourly fair value gaps have to have occurred within my kill zone, which is the London kill zone. That's from 2 a.m. until 4 a.m. And when I see the fair value gap, I will put in my limit order there. If I don't see a fair value gap, I will look for an order block. Order block entries for me are still a bit tricky, because I am not 100% on the levels that I'm supposed to look at within the order block. For instance, this Tuesday order block that was created, an order block is a run up to liquidity. You can see these two candles ran up to liquidity, and then this bearish candle came quite and engulfed these two, and it came up to actually not necessarily liquidity, but it came up to reprice an H1 CB, and then it created this large bearish candle. I then put in my limit order. I used the tail of this bullish candle, and I used the midpoint of it, which is mean threshold. That's when I put in my sell limit order, thinking that price might come up and tag me in, then continue lower, since we are trading off higher time frame CBs. Unfortunately, this price leg didn't come all the way up to my entry, and the next one collapsed. It barely created a wick, so I was left out in this trade. So I think just so that I can remember, if I see such a pattern forming of the higher time frames, I will recall that if it creates relative equal lows on its run up to liquidity, I will use the price points of those relative equal lows as possible entry, which would be the tails, and I would put in my 20 pips above that, you see, and then if this had happened, I would have then been tagged in by this candle here, and price would have taken off with me. That's for future reference, so I can recall such levels. If not, then off again a higher time frame PDRA. This one is the daily CB. This is the entry that I'm currently in. Within my kill zone, it did form a CB on the hourly, and this is the CB that I used for entry. I was tagged in here, and then price went down, but it's been going, it went down, came up right to that order block, and then went down, and here it is within the daily. So let me look at price from the higher time frame then. Okay, so I think since I'm still in this trade, I will not clean my chart up. I'll leave the levels open since I've still got an open position. But let's just go up to the monthly so I can maybe look at it from an eagle's view. Okay, so just looking at our monthly trend, you can see that cable has been quite bearish from, if I go back, from November 2007, we've actually been in a bearish trend, right? And this candle here, July of this year, 2023, was the high of the year so far. This is 2021. So price since July hasn't been going up. It didn't come up to take the swing highs or the buy stops resting here. It's started making its way down, but as it's making its way down, it's leaving in its wake some price signatures. You can see, remember, if you watched my previous videos, we are talking about daily levels. We were talking about CBs, and we're talking about BISs on the day, and price drawing towards a CB or a BISI of the daily time frame. This is the monthly time frame, and the month of September left a CB. So it is possible that price can open, maybe trade a bit lower to the daily BISI, and then start making its way up to come and reprice this monthly CB. So I've marked the monthly CB. Since the month of October's candle hasn't completely closed, we still have 2 days, Monday and Tuesday of next week, to paint. So it's possible that it might end up closing in red. That's the month of October, might close as a bearish candle. And then the month of November might want to come up to reprice this CB. And then as the months progress, it might start trading lower, maybe to go for this BISI that was created in November of 2022. That's off the monthly. And then let's just drop down to the weekly real quick, because within the monthly, we might see a weekly CB. Okay. Let's just pull that out and maybe put it at the start of this candle. And in this monthly leg, there isn't really a clear gap apart from this gap here. Can you see it? We've got this weekly CB right here. Okay, and I'll mark this as a week so that if price is wanting to come, maybe react off this and then start making its way up, it might be coming to reprice this weekly CB. Okay, so meaning if that's correct, let me remove this daily CB and let me remove this hourly CB and let me remove that daily CB as well. Okay, so it is possible, since we've got quite a lot of rejection of this H1 BC, it's possible that in the next coming weeks, price might want to draw up to this gap that it left here, these two CBs. These ones, since I've already marked them and they're already within my chart drawn out, I will not remove them because I have this monthly BC. Within the monthly BC, we have a weekly BC. We also have two daily BCs, and then we've also got this last daily BC. So since so far price is failing or struggling to trade below the H1 BC, it's possible that it might really be wanting to reach up a little bit higher first and then start making its way down. So you see this one here, we are now down on the daily. Okay, so this hourly BC price really has been struggling to go lower. So I'm trying to imagine what price will probably want to do in the next month of November. If Monday opens, right, and then trades lower towards this daily BC, it will probably react off this swing low, okay, or this swing low, or this swing low. That's if it struggles, or if it keeps on struggling to trade past this H1 BC, it probably wants to come up here. All right, so if it opens next week and starts trading lower and trades lower than this swing low and comes to this swing low and comes maybe to the consequent encroachment of this daily BC, that's the midpoint of it, and then rejects, as in creates a large BC, I'm leaning more towards a retracement up to this monthly CB that we have just come off, that I showed you just a few minutes ago. Okay, because can you see this hourly BC, right? Price really has been having a hard time trading lower. This hourly BC, right? You see it? That was created on Wednesday, 4 October 2023. It created relative equal lows. Price went up, came back down, created more relative equal lows, a little bit lower than these relative equal lows, went up, came back down, and then took sell side or sell stops that were resting below these relative equal lows, and then created its own BC of the H1. And this BC, within this BC, price is still having a hard time trying to trade below it. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, BC number 1, price struggled to trade below it, continued to struggle to trade below it, eventually did trade below it this week that we've just come out of, created its own BC, and now price is struggling to trade below it. So we'll see how Monday is going to paint. I think this is why it's important to try not to trade Monday, so that you've got a viewpoint of where price could possibly be heading, because Monday is very difficult to tell if price is going to continue up since it had created this daily CB. Will it come up and trade past it and continue higher? Or will it come up to this hourly CB? Let me mark it so you can see it. It created a CB on Friday. Okay, and so this is the H1. H1, right? That was created on Friday. So we put Friday there. All right. So will price on Monday open up, come and reprice this CB first, continue lower, maybe to trade below sell side, past this BC, below sell side, maybe draw lower to the daily BC, and then start making its way up. Nobody knows. Okay? This is why maybe we need to leave Monday as a day that we allow price to maybe try to tell us what its intent is. Since I am now trading off the hourly time frames, I use the daily PDRAs, that's the daily CBs or the daily BCs, as my point of reference where entries are concerned within my time frame and within my trading days. My trading days are Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays because I work. I've got my own side hustle, and trading right now is just a temporary thing. I'm not full-time in trading, so I can't give trading my full attention until I'm good enough to maybe stop where my business is concerned and focus 100% on trading. So that's why I then decided, okay, fine, let's use the daily PDRAs as possible entry points. After the reaction of the daily, it will react either using an order block or it will react using a fair value gap. So next week's trading, where cable is concerned, I am not sure, because the draw on liquidity could be up towards that CB that we spoke about earlier, or it could be down towards this BC, or it could be another reconciliation week. So I will wait next week for reactions of any daily fair value gaps. Either or, it should either react off this daily or the other daily that I removed. Let's go up to the daily so I maybe highlight it because it's the latter one. Where are we? This one. Can you see it? This one. So let's put that back in. Okay, so either that daily, the small daily, or this daily one. This daily, and this was created on 12th October. October 2023. Okay, so those are my levels, and I'll be watching from the sidelines. But if I could choose, looking at price action just here of my daily time frame and just seeing that this candle looks like it really wants to go lower, if I had a choice, I would love to see price trading lower first. So it opening, coming down, trading through this H1 BC, coming for the sell stops here, coming for the sell stops there, and coming down to the daily BC, and then making its way up. This is the daily BC right here. I think maybe let me change the color of the monthly, right, so that it's not too confusing. What color can I use? Oh, that's too bright. Oh, that's too dim. What do you think? Yeah, same color as background, isn't it? My. Okay, maybe let's just go with this purple. The purple is the monthly BC, and then these ones are the daily ones right there. Or maybe what I can do is I can remove the monthly for now and then leave the daily, since we've got quite a few BCs inside of the monthly. So it's okay. Maybe let's leave that there like that. I think it's cleaner. So whatever happens, hopefully it will react off the daily ones, and if it goes through here, I will be able to remember that there's a monthly BC, because I check my chart every morning anyways. I still do my top-down analysis, so I'll know it's there. So my preference, like I was saying earlier, is for price to open, trade a bit lower, hopefully come and get the sell stops resting below this sell side, and maybe come even to the consequent encroachment of this BC, and then maybe start making its way up to reprice the monthly if it decides that the next draw on liquidity is bullish. So I think for cable, that's my analysis. I won't put a definite bias. I'm on the sidelines because, again, it could consolidate a bit, come lower, go up, come lower, and then go up. I don't know. So I mentioned my preference, but for cable, I'm not clear on where price is heading. So my bias is uncertain, though my preference would be bearish towards sell side. Okay. So now let's look at the other asset classes where euro and the US, there aren't any drawings, US 100, US 500 is concerned. I think maybe I wouldn't mind removing US 30. I think I've got too many asset classes up there. So I think looking at these 4 and DXY, I'm happy with. Okay, we are on the monthly on euro. And similar to cable, you can see that euro since July 2008, it has been trading lower. So we have been bearish on euro, though we've had some retracements or pullbacks coming to cover euro order blocks. These are continuation order blocks coming to reprice or cover order blocks without leaving a lot of gaps, like what cable does. Cable leaves a lot of fair value gaps, but it looks like euro actually reprices most of its legs apart from this one. So we've got a monthly CB right there, and then this is the monthly, and this is the month of September again, September 2023. And it left this gap, the CB, and October so far has been a difficult month to trade for euro. It is almost like an indecisive candle, meaning it might open and decide it wants to come and reprice this monthly first before making its way down to this BC that's on the monthly as well. Let me mark that. So if someone was trading euro, I think they really had a tough time trading euro, because it looks like it was just bouncing up and down as well. Cable was a bit better, I think. This is November 2022, so let's just add that in there. And then let's drop down to the weekly. I don't trade euro, but they are correlated pairs with cable. Both of these, and preferably these as well, have to be trading against what DXY is doing. And you can see the close of Friday, it looks like it ended up consolidating that the market. That's probably why cable was just bouncing up and down on Friday. Okay, so looking at price again with euro, euro really likes repricing. It's repricing price action, doesn't it? It doesn't like leaving a lot of gaps in price. So we've got this monthly CB, which is the draw up, but below it we have sell side resting here, we have sell side resting there, and we have this order block. We also have this weekly BC. So this is a possible draw on liquidity lower. As with cable, hoping that the month of November will trade and come to reprice this BC, or at least come to consequent encroachment after taking sell side, but immediate draw would be sell side below here. And then if it wants to retrace, it could retrace up to the month of September's CB. Okay, so I think I'm happy with euro. almost like last week when I said with euro I wasn't sure what it wanted to do, but look what it did. It came up and then it looks like it's rejecting. I wasn't certain. So for the month of November, it could open, maybe come and trade to the mean threshold of this wick and then make its way down. So if you were to measure the wick, right, it would come mean threshold and then start making its way towards this BC. So euro overall trend could be bearish, but for next week's trading, again, uncertainty, because this candle didn't trade below this previous week's candle. It closed within it, the body of it, but then it wicked both ways. So it's an indecisive-ish candle. So uncertain as well, though preferably its next draw on liquidity being towards this BC. Okay, and then US 100. See if we've got any drawings there. No. Let's go up to the monthly. Interesting. US 100 looks like the stocks have been going up with the 100 most preferred companies in the United States, and then trend started going lower, and then it pulled back a bit, but it didn't trade above this swing high. So it's possible that the trend for US 100 has changed, a bit bearish, maybe the draw on liquidity coming up to this monthly BC. Let's mark this BC. It hasn't been repriced yet, and this is the month of May 2023. So we put that as month May 2023. Okay, so possible draw on liquidity, the immediate one is this monthly BC, but within this candle of October so far, there could be some SIBIs that price could open up, want to reprice, even the consequent encroachment or immediate rebalance of this September's candle. So even if I mark it, let's mark the immediate rebalance right here, and we put, this is what, September immediate rebalance. So September immediate rebalance, meaning if price opens, it might want to come up to rebalance this price point the same way that it does with these. It will come up. This, it used the mean threshold of this wick, but it will come up and then balance price and then continue lower. It normally does that. Yeah. Let me see if there's another example I will show you. Like this one, you see this candle here? This one, when it opened, it came to try to rebalance this wick, this price point, though it did leave a little gap, and then the gap was respected in the next few months, and then price tanked. So it's possible that it could open, come to rebalance this price point, and then make its way down. Let's look at the weekly to see. Let's move this to the lowest point right here. And we've got this slight gap of the weekly. So price could open up, want to come and reprice here, and then make its way down. So US 100 is possible that the overall trend, we are still bearish towards sell side, towards this BC. However, price needs to probably come and balance price or reprice any areas here. It can choose to open, start lower first, then come and reprice later in the month or weeks, or it opens, comes to reprice, then makes its way down. So overall trend, US 100, we are going lower. US 500 quickly again, just being mindful of time. Okay, we are on the monthly. This one is a bit clearer. As you can see, we seem to be going lower. The prices of US stocks were going higher until the drop in 2022 started going lower, tried to come back up, but we didn't take buy stops. We didn't trade above the swing high, and it looks like we are going lower. So here with US 500, there aren't any BCs. However, we do have an order block here, and we also have the swing level there. So any area here from this order block, mean threshold of the order block, it could be draw, Also sell side here could be next draw, and sell side there could be next draw until we go a little bit lower. So immediate is lower. However, within this price leg, we have some gaps that haven't been repriced yet. Can you see? This is the month of October. Let's make this red because red is for going lower. So month, and then October 2023. Okay, so we drop down to the weekly. My network seems to be playing up again. Okay, so we are on the weekly, and as you can see on the weekly time frame, we still have this gap that price hasn't filled. It also has left this continuation order block, meaning price is probably going to continue lower. We have this BC here that could be draw on liquidity. We also have the swing points there, swing low. So let's put our BC, mark our BC here. And though it looks like it was repriced, it could trade lower if it's heading for this swing levels here. Okay, sell side, sell stops here. It could trade lower, then come back up to use this BC as an inversion fair value gap. So let's change the color, make it green, and this is the weekly one, and this is the week of, we've got this weekly, and this is the week, the March 2023 week, late March. So I'll just leave that as a weekly since it's the whole weekly candle. So if it trades lower, it could want to come back up and use this as an inversion fair value gap, and it might come back up to reprice this CB that it created off the monthly. So on US 500, I'm like US 100 trading a bit lower, immediate draw on liquidity. Liquidity? What's liquidity? Have you heard that term before? Liquidity. Liquidity. Yeah, okay. So this could be the immediate draw on liquidity. Liquidity? Ha! Anyways, immediate draw on liquidity could be this weekly BC, and then it can make its way up to reprice this monthly CB, and then start making its way lower. We also have this gap here. You can see this gap in price right there. It could be wanting to come and fill this gap. There's a term that I have kind of forgotten that we use. It's a void, right? So that's a liquidity void. Yes. So there is also this void. So let's put this here. This means that there are no bodies that traded past this. So it's a liquidity void. So this is on the weekly. So let's put this up here, weekly, which is equal to liquidity void. I hope that's the term, but I think it is. So if it trades lower, it could be coming to reprice this or fill up this void and then make its way down, make its way up, not down. And then if it goes lower, it could be coming for the sell stops resting below here. But this, again, like we always say, is a long-term time coming because we are on the weekly time frame, and this can take months for it to come here. So as the months paint or the weeks paint, it will bounce like this because price doesn't move in one direction. As you can see here, it will trade lower, reprice, trade lower, reprice, trade lower, reprice, lower, reprice. It's repricing a higher time frame PD array, trade lower, reprice, lower, reprice, lower, reprice to reprice a higher time frame PD array. I don't know what my tongue is doing, or maybe it's my mind being Saturday or something. I don't know. Okay, let me slow down. Anyways, that's how price moves. It moves up and down, up and down, up and down. But though it's moving up and down, it's going somewhere. It's either going lower or going higher, and it still moves within ranges. So what we are doing right now is just highlighting the possible ranges. But whilst we are in those possible range areas, we are looking for a signature move to indicate that, okay, price is now moving in the direction of where we are thinking that it is going. So we are waiting at those price points. So US 100 and US 500, we can be bearish, drawing a bit lower. If price opens and goes lower, first Monday, it might then want to come and reprice higher from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday going forward. So if US 500 and US 100 are bearish and possible draw on liquidity where euro is concerned is bearish, then cable will probably be bearish as well. But like I said, I am uncertain on cable, so I would rather wait on the higher time frame PD arrays and then see how price wants to paint there. DXY on the monthly, it has left in its wake so far a BC. So I know my hidden markings will come up as soon as I want to mark this BC, but it's okay. And then this is the month of September as well. So October hasn't been a very favorable month, has it, where trading is concerned? September 2023. Okay, it hasn't really been favorable month because it looks like even with DXY it didn't move much, almost an indecisive candle. So we can say if it opens and maybe trades a bit higher, it might then decide to retrace, to come and reprice this BC that's been created on the monthly before making its way up. Because looking at the overall trend of DXY, we look like we came from a bearish leg and we look like we are on our way up to reprice this monthly CB, and this is the month of May 2002. Let's just notify that May 2002. Look how far back this is. Okay, so it could be coming up to reprice this one. If it trades higher, it might be coming up for the buy stops that are resting above these relative equal highs, and these ones are 2002 as well, 2002. So I think let's put these for 2002. That's the year that they were created right there. You see them? So it looks like it is on its way up to reprice. So draw on liquidity where DXY is concerned is still higher. But can you notice something? Look at this candle here. Can you see this candle? It was created in November 2022. Can you see that it is a CB? Do you notice that? So it's possible that price might not actually come all the way up to this CB here. It's possible that price might use this recent CB, the May 2022 CB, since this May 2002 CB was repriced in September 2022. Can you see? It was repriced September 2022, and then in November 2022 we had a very strong CB formed. You see it right there. So it's possible that price might come open and then maybe come up to reprice some levels within this CB and then start making its way lower. So if DXY is going to go lower towards these sell sides, that then means cable and these other asset classes will come higher to come and reprice this monthly CB. It's interesting to observe. The challenge is when you then want to execute trades, because we are on the monthly time frame. Imagine having to wait months and months and months for price to show you its hand. That takes forever. So this is why we then want to enter on the lower time frames. So whilst we are entering on the lower time frames, we just need to have that at the back of our minds that, listen, there are these levels that we are looking at, and if price decides it wants to not to respect those levels, then it could possibly mean this. Because if DXY fails to come up to the mean threshold, not mean threshold, sorry, to the consequent encroachment of this CB, if it fails, like it's really struggling to go up, it probably means it's now coming down. So if it's coming down, it then means cable will be going up. So I have to remember that. This is why I was saying, if I find that cable is really struggling to go past these levels here, to go lower past these levels, it's probably wanting to come up, because DXY is probably going to struggle to trade all the way up to the midpoint of this CB, and it wants to come down. So next week is going to be a very tricky week to trade, because it's either, oh, it can want to go up, it might want to come down, both cable and DXY. So what do? You wait. What do you wait for? You wait for reactions of the higher time frame PD arrays. So that's reactions of the daily. So DXY, like cable, is uncertain for me. I'm not sure. US 500, US 100, Euro, possibly bearish. Cable, DXY, not sure. So for next week, for the first time, I actually don't really know. But I'll wait. I'll wait for reaction. All I am hopeful for is that at least I get my $500 for the first account, and then maybe consider bullish entries on the second account for the $500 target. My stop loss on Friday was moved a little bit lower. Let me just go to the hourly so you see it. It was moved just above that daily CB. It moved just above this daily CB. So if I find maybe Monday price is still struggling to go up above this, I'll either bring it down maybe to this H1, and I don't mind being taken out. And if I'm taken out, I would then wait on the higher time frame PD arrays that could take days on end. It could be a difficult November, it could be a difficult December, it could be a difficult January. It could consolidate over those 3 months. It could trend lower or trend higher. I don't know. I'll just execute on the higher time frame PD arrays only after there's a reaction on those higher time frame PD arrays, and reactions have to come within my kill zone, which is 2 to 4 a.m. As for analysis for next week, I think I am done. There's nothing more I can say apart from I'm not sure. I need a little bit more information for me to have an idea of possible direction. Okay, so that's it. If you're going to be trading next week, I wish you all the best and good luck. Remember, follow your system. Do a great job. Follow your system. As long as the system pans out, it will work, because we never get 100% strike rate, but we want a strike rate that will leave us in profit, because that's what we are trading for. We are trading for profit. So minimize your risk to the market, minimize your exposure, and then try to get as much as you can when you can. I will see you on Tuesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that every time I post a new video, you will know. Thank you for coming along and tagging along on my journey to becoming a millionaire trader, a billionaire trader, let's say. Alrighty. Thank you. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.